everyone, this video idea won a poll recently on my channel. I'm sure I will get to those other ideas eventually because a lot of you said you really loved them all, but for now we have this story. It's set in an entirely alternate universe, with no quirks, and BAKUGO haven't met before. I barely got this done on time. I was literally still writing and editing this morning, and it's my brother's birthday. Any gays, I hope you enjoy it. Oi Itsuki, where are you going? Oh, chillax for a sec, will you? This is an old friend. I've known him since I was like 5. Let us catch up, please. Alright, fine, put the puppy eyes away. I'll wait out here. You're the best? No, don't let him go in there. What are you doing? Why the fuck can't I move? Stop Itsuki, no. His vision blurred as he watched the raven-haired man enter the dark room and close the door. Moments later, the sound of a gunshot rang through Katsuki's ears, waking him from his recurring nightmare as he sat up gasping for air in bed. Fuck. He sighed and pressed his hands against his eyes, before rummaging through his bedside cabinet in search of painkillers. Starting off his day like this was normal. He dragged himself out of bed and headed to the kitchen for a glass of water, gulping down the painkillers as he switched on the TV, searching through his cupboards for a snack as the daily news dulled the pounding in his head. A fire in the Sumida district burned down 3 local businesses last night. 5 people are in critical condition, but so far there are no casualties. In much lighter news, rumors are circulating after the newest rising star of Japan, known most recently for playing Haruki in the hit romance drama Distant Hearts, was spotted with his co-star seemingly on a date. If you've seen the movie, you'd know how much chemistry the two of them have. It's not surprising it would translate to their real lives too. One new message from Fuckface. Who? He frowned but picked up his phone nonetheless, opening the message and taking a moment to skim through previous conversations to get an idea for who he'd name such a thing. His eyes widened as they landed on the last message they'd sent him, 2 years ago. It wasn't your fault, Bakugo. Nobody is blaming you. Come back to work. Fucking asshole. What does he want? His finger shakily scrolled the screen back down to read the newest message. I know it's been a long time, and I know things didn't end between us in the best way. I'm sorry for that. But we need you. You were always the best at what you do, Bakugo. We have a difficult client, making their guards quit one after the other. You're the first person I thought of when they came to us. Just think about it, please. Bakugo rolled his eyes and put his phone back down. He couldn't even bring himself to form a response. Ridiculous, as if they think I'd come back just like that. He grumbled before reaching across his kitchen counter for the pack of cigarettes he'd left there the day before, instantly fumbling with a lighter before taking a deep breath of the toxic fumes and feeling his chest relax. He felt disgusting. He hated smoking, but addiction was a bitch, and on a morning like this he knew he'd be fucked without one. Well, not that it was really morning. Katsuki was practically nocturnal. His job demanded so. Since he'd quit being a bodyguard just over 2 years ago, he'd found a cozy gig as a bouncer at a local club. Similar type of work but much easier, less pressure. In fact, he started work in just under an hour, so after a few more inhales of toxin he stubbed out the cigarette and lazily began to get ready. A few hours later. Dude, a little help over here? What? Oh fuck, another one. These people have gotta learn their limits, man. The 2 men hoisted the passed out drunk up and out of his seat, squeezing through the crowds of partygoers toward the back exit. Was he alone? I think so. I mean, if he came here with anyone, they haven't been back to his table in a while. Oi, where the fuck are you taking my brother? You know this guy? That's what I just said, ain't it, dumbass? You need to calm the hell down. Or what? Let him go? Look at him, he's a goner. You gotta take him home or call someone. Who are you to tell me what to do, huh? If you refuse to calm down, we'll have to escort you from the premises as well. How do you suppose someone like you's gonna do that? I'm not fucking dealing with this today. Whoa, wait, Bakugo, you'll get in trouble. But the blonde man's fist had already landed on the rowdy drunk's jaw, and surprisingly, he refused to go down without a fight. The surrounding crowd parted with shrieks and gasps as the 2 men began brawling on the ground. Despite being drunk, the other man was massive, so Katsuki struggled to throw his weight around. Not to mention how Kirishima was repeatedly trying to pull him away. Before long, the other bouncers had come over to separate the fight, kicking the 2 drunks out the club before dragging Katsuki into the staff-only area. What the fuck was that about? He was pissin' me off. He huffed and rubbed his bloody lip, leaving Kirishima to stare at him disappointedly, until the door slammed open to reveal their boss. You're being suspended, indefinitely. What? Are you serious? You started the fight, he could press charges and get you in much more trouble. You'd better hope suspension is all you get. It's not really a suspension if it's indefinite though, huh? You gotta follow your damn rules, but you don't wanna fucking lose me, that's it, right? Sigh, you've never done anything like this before, you're one of my best. Yeah, well, fuck your suspension. If you don't have the balls to fire me, then I fucking quit. Wait, Bakugo. But he'd already stormed out the room, making Kirishima look back to the boss, who was clearly disappointed, before rushing out after him. Wait, come on man, you're being super rash right now. Stop. He'll still take you back if you go back in there and apologize. Cha, yeah right. I'm serious? I mean me apologizing, dumbass. I thought you knew me. Alright, I know that's not really your thing, but nothing? I quit, that's that? He'd finally made it out the building and instantly took a deep breath of the crisp night air, weirdly feeling a weight lift off his shoulders, until a firm hand came down to grasp them. What are you gonna do now then, huh? What? You have no job. Do you happen to have savings? Do you have any secret qualifications I don't know about? What are you gonna do? I dunno, I'll figure it out. Sigh, you're already behind on rent, dude. You're lucky your landlord is chill as hell. Fuck, I don't wanna think about that shit right now. Well, you're gonna have to. You know I'll always support your decisions, but that was majorly stupid. I know, alright, I wasn't thinking clearly. Well, it's probably still not too late to go back inside and still not happening. God, you're so fucking stubborn, man. Go back in. I'm the only one without a job right now. Don't let me drag you down with me. But dude, come on, you really think I won't figure something out? I mean, I guess you always do miraculously come out of situations like this unscathed, huh? Exactly, it's whatever. Alright, well, don't do anything else stupid. No promises? He yelled before reaching his motorbike in the parking lot, watching Kirishima shake his head as he put his helmet on before flipping down the visor and starting it up, clearing his head on the ride home. Or at least, he tried to, but instead it was swirling with worries about what Kirishima had said. He couldn't think of a quick solution that didn't involve some kind of law breaking that would get him his rent in time. Nothing except accepting the job. His old job, the job he swore he'd never do again after he failed 2 years ago, but he had no other choice. So once he got home and showered away the gross feelings, he pulled out his phone and opened that dreaded contact. Who is this client? Surprisingly, before he could even light his first stress cigarette of the night, he had already received a response. That insanely popular actor right now, Midoriya Izuka, played Haruki in Distant Hearts. You think I watched that shit movie? It won the award for Best Picture, Bakugo. Shit movie. Will you accept the job? You know I don't want to. Yes, I know. But I assume you wouldn't have responded if you didn't intend on accepting. You got me there. Great, see you tomorrow 9 a.m. Where? Your office. Katsuki's hand clenched his phone a little, before he placed it face down on the counter and sighed, finally lighting that cigarette as he made his way to his balcony. Nobody else took my office? After 2 years? Whatever, I'm just gonna do this job while I look for something else. If this guy makes all his other guards quit, it's not like they should be expecting me to last forever anyway. Why does everyone else quit? Is he an insufferable asshole? Cha, guess I'll give him a taste of his own medicine at least. Leaving work early at least meant he'd gotten home before midnight, but knowing he had to be at his old office by 9 a.m. the next morning, he stubbed out his cigarette and headed back to bed, hoping he'd at least get a little extra rest despite only waking up a few hours ago. This, of course, didn't work. Fuck the stupid fucking human body. It was 8 a.m. and he hadn't slept a wink. He just wasn't tired, though he knew he'd definitely be feeling it later, so he grabbed an energy drink and got his jacket and helmet on, figuring he may as well get to work a little early. Pulling up to the building he hadn't seen in 2 years was definitely strange. He'd tried to block this place from his memory, but every detail was still buried in there. He wondered if the vending machine on the 3rd floor still got stuck if you chose the spicy meat bun. But Bakugo? Is that really you? Ah fuck, of course you're still on front desk duty. Dude, what the hell? I haven't seen you in 2 years. Yeah. You didn't message or anything. I tried calling but. Yeah, listen up. Where's Todoroki? Oh he's not due in for another 10 minutes or so, but I'll go wait in his office. Wait, what are you doing here? Did you really come back to work? It's just temporary. Oh, well, it's good to see you. Katsuki couldn't respond. He merely turned toward the elevators to head upstairs, his chest squeezing with guilt. He hadn't even considered running into old friends. He never really had many friends, but Kaminari was persistent, poking and prodding until even Katsuki gave in. He was a good guy, a little hyperactive for Katsuki's liking, but he had fond memories of him. He reached Todoroki's office and sat there to wait, but luckily he wasn't waiting long before the door opened. Bakugo, I'm glad you came. Yeah, let's not do the mushy stuff, just explain the job. Right, well, I already told you who your client is. He has a major red carpet event this afternoon and you're going to be in charge of security details. You'll escort him through the premises and, you know how to do your job. I haven't done this in over 2 years and you're expecting me to instantly take charge of a massive event like that? That's exactly why I so desperately asked for you to come back. He needed someone for this red carpet. You're the person for the job. I've never even met the guy. Well, we're going to go and meet him at his place now. He's still getting ready for the event of course, but it will give you a few hours to prepare. Sigh, I already hate myself for this. Bakugo, are you capable of handling this job? What? You've accepted the job but all you're doing is complaining. I need to know you'll actually take this seriously. Of course I will, asshole. Then that's all that matters. Come on, the car is waiting for us. He grabbed a few things from his desk before heading back out the office. Bakugo followed behind with a clenched jaw and furrowed brow. Good luck on your first day back? Seems like I'm gonna fucking need it. He huffed and heard Kaminari laugh a little as they exited the building, getting into the back of the car as it drove them to Izuku's house. Cha, I thought you said this guy was a new rising star? He is. He just got very popular very fast. One of the first things people buy when they come into wealth is property. Of course he'd buy himself a nice house. Nice security gate. I assume he has a camera system throughout the property? Of course. He's recently hired us to be in charge of the footage on those two. So he's not a complete moron. Of course not. Bakugo, I know you have trouble treating people like people, but please, don't make him hate you instantly. No promises, I'm here to do a job, we don't have to be friends. Todoroki sighed as they were led into the property and led toward the large open living area where a bustle of people were currently getting the actor ready. I'm not sure about this shade of red, it doesn't really feel like Haruki, you know? Yes, of course, we have this same jacket in a warmer shade if you'd like to try. Yes please, if it's not too much trouble. Midoriya-kun, would you mind checking the mirror again for me? Woo, it looks lovely, thank you. It should stay in place all evening, but if not the curls will only fall gracefully regardless. You'll look wonderful, I swear it. I believe you. Sir, the new security detail are here. Oh, the man seemed to panic for a moment as he scrambled to his feet, turning to look at the two new arrivals with a small smile. Nice to meet you, please feel free to look around or do whatever it is you have to do. We've spoken, but it's good to finally meet you. I'm Todoroki and this is Bakugo. He'll be your actual bodyguard for this event and hopefully will continue to be for the foreseeable future. Then, hello Bakugo, I hope we can get along. He turned and held out his hand, making the blonde man look down at it and back up to his eyes. He hesitated a moment, before reaching out to shake it. Likewise. You can. Midoriya-kun, here's the jacket you wanted to try. He was cut off and instantly whisked away back into the bustle of trying on clothes, leaving Katsuki to watch from a distance with a frown. Thank you for not making that awkward. He's not what I was expecting. What do you mean? Well, you said all the past guards quit. Why? Oh, well, we didn't pry. I assume you'll find out sooner or later, but I believe you'll last a lot longer than the rest. What makes you say that? You're stubborn. Katsuki scoffed but had no rebuttal. He definitely wanted to know what had everyone else running. This guy honestly seemed too nice if anything. He watched as the freckled man politely complimented the designer's work, gratefully thanked all his stylists with a wide smile, and even made small talk, asking about their lives and aspirations. Right, I have other business to attend to. You understand what you're doing today, correct? Yes, I'm not a child. Once the event is over and he's back here, don't worry about coming back to the office, just go home. It was nice to meet you Midoriya, but I'll be off now. Good luck with your event. Oh, thank you. How about these shoes? I think I'd rather wear a pair I already own, they'll be more comfy. I can take you to his collection if you'd like. Yes please. Bakugo watched the two of them head upstairs and suddenly became aware that the once chaotic room had faded to quiet. They had been left alone. So Bakugo, right? How long have you been doing this kinda thing? Pretty long. What do you actually have to do? Make sure you don't do anything stupid. Oh, right. Well, I'm pretty nervous actually. I've been to red carpets before, but I was always just a little side character. This movie was my first major role. I'm so grateful for all my supportive fans. Have you seen the movie? It's not my sort of thing. I see, that's totally fair. So what is your sort of thing? Not sure. Oh come on, surely you have a favorite genre at least? I guess, action movies? That would make sense with the type of job you have. Why'd you want to do this job anyway? I'm not any good at anything else. I'm sure that's not true. I found a pair that will work. Will these do okay for you? The designer came running back down the stairs with a pair of shoes in hand, and Bakugo thought he'd finally been saved from any more meaningless conversation. He hated small talk, but it seemed Midoriya wasn't the type of person to find those situations off-putting, as even once the room filled with members of his event staff again, he continued to find ways to talk to Bakugo. Have you ever been to a red carpet event? A few. Woo, what for? I never paid attention to that stuff. Who have you worked for before me? His mind instantly flashed to Itsuki's grinning face, and he felt his heart drop into his stomach, but he managed to take a breath and mumble out something unrelated. I worked for that big politician a few years back. I forget her name. Do you mean Yoyorozu? Isn't she like the head of that one party now? I don't really do politics. Me neither. There's one thing we have in common. Well, I like to find common ground with people I meet. I was struggling a little with you. I don't mean that in a bad way. Sorry, I know I talk a lot. You seem like the type of person who finds that annoying. I just wanted to get to know you a little better. It's fine, I'm just here to do my job. You don't have to know me. Oh, but I wanted to? Bakugo looked away and cleared his throat. He was beginning to get that sinking feeling. Midoriya really was turning out to be the exact opposite of what he'd expected, and he didn't think that was a good thing. He'd honestly hoped the guy would be an asshole, then he wouldn't have to feel guilty about being the way he is. He could just do his job without the pointless chatting and pretending to care. Sir, we're due to leave in just under 10 minutes. We should get your final touches done and wait for the car. All right, I'll be following behind in the security car. When you arrive at the venue, do not exit your vehicle until I'm there to open the door for you. Woo, what a gentleman. Please respond in a way that tells me you understand. Oh, sorry. Yes, I understand. I'll wait for you. 1 hour later. The moment they pulled up outside the red carpet venue, Isuka forgot what he'd been asked and instantly opened his car door, stepping out the back seat and waving at the swarms of people screaming his name. We love you, Isuku. You were so cool as Haruki. Marry me, Midoriya. Thank you, everyone. You're also. What the hell are you doing? Oh gosh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Damn it. You're lucky I was right behind. So sorry. Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine, everyone. He put on a bright smile and continued waving as Katsuki clenched his fists and followed him toward the entrance, his glare flicking around at every possible threat. Isuka moved slowly, too slow for his liking. The man was too busy making sure he'd looked appreciatively at every single person hollering for him, even reaching his hand out toward a few of them until Katsuki stopped him. Keep it moving. I'm here for my fans. You're here for a movie promotion. You don't know any of these people. At least get onto the actual red carpet. He rolled his eyes and placed his hand on Isuka's back, gently ushering him along a little faster, much to the freckled man's dismay as he frantically looked around at all his crying fans' faces. You're so wonderful, everyone. Thank you always. I love you. He called and blew kisses as they screamed. Katsuki could already feel his headache coming along. Once they finally got inside, the screaming died down. Instead, he was forced to leave Isuka's side and watch from afar as he made his way through the red carpet, stopping for photos and to answer questions as he went. Here comes the big star now. Midoriya, how are you feeling today? I'm great. It's so exciting to be here after my first major movie role. And you did incredible. Have you been able to chat with your co-stars yet? Not yet. Do you know if they're ahead of me or? Well, I'm sure you'll want to chat with Yurika, and we just got the chance to speak with her before you. You'll meet up with her at the end of the carpet, I'm sure. Thank you. Of course. Before you move along, just one more question. How was it being able to star in such a wonderful movie alongside someone like Yuruka who is already so widely loved? It was amazing. I'm so grateful they took a chance on me, and I hope I was able to bring the character of Haruki to life how everyone expected. Well, based on your new heartthrob reputation, I'm sure you did. No way, I'm nothing like that, but I love my fans and their support. He really has to keep going now. Oh, sorry to keep you. It's totally fine. He panicked as Katsuki ushered him along again, and once they were past the next load of cameras he turned to his new bodyguard with a frown. What is your problem? I'm not in a rush. You were backing up a line of people. Besides, she was only keeping you there to try and get you to say something she could write a headline about. Not everyone is that shallow, you know. She seemed to be interested in asking about your relationship with your co-star. Yeah, she wanted dating rumors. Well, we aren't dating, and I could have said that if she'd asked. Have you had zero media training? My agent talked to me a little bit about that sort of thing, but she always just tells me to be myself. Guess that's better than most of the sleazy celebrities these days. Whatever. He huffed and continued gently guiding Izuku down the carpet until he reached the next stop for more questions, where he took a step back and watched with folded arms again. He's really that naive? Just answers honestly to everything? He's gonna get in serious trouble one day. Throughout the rest of the event, Katsuki kept having to step in and scold Izuku, pulling him away from crazed fans and ushering him along to where he's supposed to be. It was a nightmare. And as time passed, the freckled man was becoming more and more frustrated. His positive attitude gradually diminished until he spent the last hour or so simply sulking and avoiding everyone else. Once it was over, his driver took him home and Katsuki was free to go back to his apartment and desperately attempt to get rid of the pounding headache he'd gained from the stressful experience. Meanwhile, when Izuku got home, he instantly called up his agent in frustration. Good evening, my star. Mirko-san, I'm upset. Oh no? Why? Did today not go well? I was too busy to watch the broadcasts. No, I mean, I dunno, the red carpet was fine, my fans were all there to support me. Then what's the matter? It's that new bodyguard you hired? He heard the woman sigh down the line and instinctively sat up straighter, clenching his fists as though to build himself up. I swear I'm not being difficult. I didn't do anything. He was just super mean all day. What was he doing exactly? Well, he kept pushing me around, telling me to move along faster and not letting me talk to the fans. Izuku, that's quite literally his job. But, all the other people who quit never acted like that? They would just ask me nicely to keep going, and then I would take maybe a little too long sometimes, but I swear I'm trying my best. Sweetie, I know this whole thing is still new to you. I know it's overwhelming and you want to make sure you're doing everything right. But you've gotta start listening to the people who are literally only there to help you. But Mirko-san, I can't fire him, Midoriya. Anyone else likely would have already called me up to say they quit after an event like that. But he hasn't. He's probably the last person in the dim country who'd take this job after hearing how many people have quit. I'm sorry, I really don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I tried to get to know him first and everything, but he was just so closed off. Give him another chance, and remember what I always tell you, yeah? Just be myself. Always. I don't think anyone can resist you for long. Alright, sorry to call you then. I promise I'll keep trying my best. I know you will, and I'll be in touch soon. I know you still have more press tour stuff to cover, but I've been getting lots of interest in you lately. You've gotta start thinking about what you wanna do next. Oh, really? Already? Yup. No time for rest when your career is just starting? Okay, thank you, Mirko-san. Good night, Izuku. The call ended and he let out a tense breath, slumping a little on his bed and looking down at his phone. What I wanna do next, huh? He wanted to think about it, but instead he was distracted by a pop-up notification with his own name in it. It was a social media post about the event today. Zuzu looked so handsome today, but did anyone else notice he seemed upset? I hope he's okay. Ah, they're so sweet. He found himself scrolling through all the posts about himself that night, and eventually he became sucked down a rabbit hole he wasn't expecting at all. Not to be that person, but tell me I'm not the only one who noticed this hot delicious man following Izuku around all day? His eyes widened as he stared at the photo of the man he'd just spent the evening bad-mouthing, and his curiosity led him to check the hundreds of comments on the post. I guess he's the new bodyguard. Zuzu's been going through a lot of them lately. Well, I hope this one lasts longer than the rest. He sure is some eye candy. #beefcake. Did you guys see the way he had his hand on Izuku's back? Ugh, I need me a man like this one. He was making sure he was protected and safe, #hot and respectful. Respectful? Humph. His hand was only there to hurry me along when I didn't wanna go yet. He pouted in frustration before shutting his phone off and rolling over onto his bed with a huff, but the longer he lied there thinking about everything, he began to feel his cheeks flushing with warmth. He really did look nice in that picture. The next day. Why is he here? You're scheduled to visit your mother for dinner today. Well, yes, of course, but don't tell me I need him to follow me to my own childhood home. You signed up for being famous, sunshine. Izuku rolled his eyes as the tall blonde man shrugged and leaned against the doorframe of his living room, his muscular arms folded across his big, huge. Will you be ready to leave soon? Yes. The freckled man practically squeaked as he span round, feeling the blood rush to his face as he realized he'd been staring directly at his bodyguard's chest. He began fumbling with his bag and jacket, inwardly blaming those stupid social media posts he'd seen last night, before managing to take a breath and turn back around. I'm ready to go whenever the driver is. Actually, I'll be your driver today. Oh, you won't crash, right? I'd prefer my bike, but no, obviously I am perfectly capable of driving a car. You drive a motorcycle? Yup, was his curt reply as he stood up and made his way toward the front door, making Izuku stumble on his feet a little as he rushed to follow. You don't like talking much, do you? Thought we gathered that yesterday? Humph, it wouldn't kill you to not be rude, you know. I'm sorry. Oh? Izuku blinked as they both reached the car and paused, looking at one another as the shorter man froze in shock. He wasn't actually expecting an apology. I never wanted to accept this job, that's why I'm on edge, I guess, but that's not an excuse nor is it your fault, so I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry for lashing out, I'm not usually like that. I can tell. He sighed before reaching out to open the passenger door for Izuku, who looked down to it before back up to him with a frown. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Ask me again when we're actually getting somewhere. Izuku huffed but got into his seat, letting Katsuki shut the door before heading round to get in on the driver's side, and the moment his butt hit the seat the freckled man was squinting across at him. What did that mean? I saw how you were yesterday, overly polite, non-stop smiles and sunshine, sickeningly sweet to everyone. You say that like it's a bad thing. Suppose it depends who you're asking. Well, I'm asking you. You're naive, it's gonna come back to bite you one day. You don't know that being nice to people gives you good karma. So you're saying you're only nice for your own benefit? What? That's not what I said. I'm teasing. Izuku's mouth was agape as he stared across at the man beside him, but he couldn't ignore the way his lips had turned up the corners as he'd clearly found his own joke rather amusing. And while Izuku still found him strangely infuriating, he was so stunned by the sight of the man almost smiling, that he couldn't find it in himself to continue arguing. Instead, he pulled out his phone and Bluetoothed his music to the car stereo, reaching forward to turn it up as his favorite boy band began to play. Oh God, did I really offend you that much? What do you mean? This awful music? You put it on to get me back, right? I'm sorry, I take it back. Please turn it off. This is my favorite band. He paused the music and the entire car fell silent. Katsuki's hands gripped the steering wheel and Izuku watched as his neck and ears gained a slight red hue. Oh, I see. Then, I'm sorry again. You really thought it was that bad? It's just not my thing, I guess. Humph, you and I don't seem to have much in common at all. He sighed and began scrolling through his playlists, flicking his eyes toward the other man every so often as though to study and compare him to the songs he wanted to play, until he huffed and gave up. Well, I don't want to sit in silence, so why don't you choose what to listen to? I don't listen to much music. Everyone listens to music. All right, Found and Lost, look it up. This one. He held his phone out and Katsuki looked over as they stopped at a red light, nodding and letting Izuku click on it. I doubt you'll like it. Anything is better than silence. Oh, the guitar is cool. Izuku gulped as they listened to the song. He noticed Katsuki's fingers tapping along to the beat on the steering wheel. Meanwhile, he was sat frozen as his eardrums were utterly blasted. Although, once he'd gotten past his initial shock, he felt himself actually enjoying it. Sure, his eyes widened every time the singers screamed so hard he felt like their vocal cords would fry, but he didn't hate the song at all. Luckily for him though, they arrived at his mother's place just as the song was ending, so he wouldn't have the chance to see if he hated anything else the blonde man would suggest. You know, that wasn't bad. Seriously? You liked that? Well, like is a strong word. Pfft, I'll take it. He actually cracked a smile as they stepped out the car, and Izuku felt his stomach go a little wobbly. It was weird. He went to bed last night thinking he couldn't stand this guy, and now he was getting giddy at the prospect of making him smile. You seem to be in a better mood today than yesterday. Well, for one, I actually slept last night, and two, we aren't swarmed by a large crowd right now, though one might begin to gather if we don't hurry up and get inside before someone recognizes you. Oh, right. He led Katsuki through the front gate and pulled out his key to let them both inside, calling out to his mother as they shut the door behind themselves. I'm home, Izuku, my darling, it's been too long. His mother emerged from the living room and instantly cupped his face, pulling him forward to hold him close in that nostalgic motherly hug. I missed you too. Oh, honey, who's this? Alright, sorry, I forgot. This is my new bodyguard, Bakugo Katsuki. Sorry to crash your dinner. Oh, nonsense. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you for keeping my son safe. She grinned widely and reached up to touch his arm appreciatively, making Katsuki blink as he looked down in shock. I only got the job yesterday, so I've not done much yet. Yesterday? Wasn't that red carpet thing yesterday? Yeah, it went well. Lots of fans were there to support me. Then I'm sure you've done plenty already, Katsuki dear. I know how my son can be. Wha? Mom, what does that mean? You know you're much too reckless around your fans. I'm so sorry, Katsuki. I promise I tried to raise him the best I could. Stranger danger and all that, but he can't help himself. He always wants to see the best in people. Oh, it's fine. It's nothing I can't handle. I'm sure you did an amazing job raising him, Midoriya-san. Oh please sweetie, just call me Inko. Come and sit, boys. You must be starving. Humph, you can't just insult me and then win me over with, woo Katsudan? His eyes lit up as he slid into a seat at the table, making his mother giggle as he scanned all the delicious food and forgot that he was ever even upset. Of course I had to make your favorite. Thank you, Mom. Let's eat. I want to hear all about how the business has been going. Hang on a moment, Katsuki hasn't joined us yet. He looked up at her in shock before looking over to the man still stood in the entrance to the room, in his usual power stance with his arms crossed, though his frown was replaced by the same confused expression as Izuku. I wasn't expecting another guest, but I always cook too much food for just Izuku and I anyway, so please join us. Oh, no, I couldn't. Don't be silly, of course you can. I won't have you in my home and make you watch us enjoy a meal without you. But, sigh, she won't give in, you know. Just come and eat. Oh, alright, then thank you very much. He bowed his head before sheepishly taking a seat beside Izuku at the table. The freckled man watched as his eyes flicked around nervously and he couldn't help finding his shyness rather endearing. Mom, you're just making him feel more out of place. Oh please, there's no need to feel that way. Once you've got some food in you, you'll feel right at home, I promise. Here, try some of this. She began piling food onto his plate, and Izuku couldn't hold back his laugh as Katsuki merely sat there with wide panicked eyes. Who knew the big stoic man just needed some motherly love to crumble? Don't laugh at me. It's cute seeing you so flustered. Now who's making him feel worse? They both giggled before Inko finally sat down and began filling her own plate with food. Katsuki didn't dare eat a mouthful, at least until after Izuku had. I missed your cooking so much. It's delicious. I hope you've been eating well since leaving home, young man. I have, I swear. Ida hired me a chef, but I didn't like their cooking much, so now I don't have one. He's looking for a replacement, so I'll be back to eating super good soon, I promise. How about you, Katsuki? Emily, do you cook? I can cook. I used to help my mom cook before I moved out. I live alone now though, so I get lazy sometimes. Cha, it's no good for you youngsters to always be eating quick junk. You should cook healthy meals in bulk and store them in advance if you don't have the time to cook every day. Come on, Mom, don't lecture him. No, you're right. I should eat better, especially now I've got this job. I can't let myself slack on my body. Well, I meant more in the sense that good food makes you feel good inside. I think your body is well, you're a strong young man, that's for sure. I have to be for this type of work. Well, I have no doubt you'll keep my Izuku safe with arms like those. Mom, can we please stop talking about this? Alright, I'll stop. Just tell me how your store is going. Katsuki finally began to eat some of the food on his plate as the mother and son got into deep conversation. he slowly felt himself relaxing as he faded into the background and listened to them talk, until he was dragged back in again. But somehow he didn't feel so uncomfortable anymore. Perhaps Inko was right, eating her cooking really had put him at ease. He even found himself smiling and laughing along in the warm familial atmosphere. Until all the food was gone, and it was starting to get late, but the conversation was still quietly flowing between them. How long ago did you move out, Katsuki? I think it's almost been 7 years. Oh my, how old are you if you don't mind me asking? I'm 26 as of April. My parents didn't rush me to move out or anything, I just wanted the independence, I guess. I see, I think I kept Isuko trapped at home for too long, honestly. No, you didn't, Mom. You know I still worry about leaving you here on your own. That's ridiculous, sweetheart, I'm fine. You visit me plenty anyway. Katsuki, when was the last time you visited your parents? Oh, it's been a long time. See, I'm lucky really. Most kids wait until their parents need care before spending time with them again. You two seem very close. It's nice. Oh, sorry if that was too forward of me. Of course not. It's wonderful to hear that. Are you not close with your parents? No, not really. Isuko noticed how Katsuki looked down at his food, avoiding eye contact as he chewed on his lower lip. It was clearly a difficult topic for him. I know we only met today, but I think you're a wonderful young man, Katsuki. I hope Isuko will drag you over here again sometime. Oh please, he's just putting on his best behavior for you, Mom. You know he's actually super serious and walks around frowning all the time. I'm sure he's just trying to do his job, sweetie. I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna wait outside. Thank you for the food, sorry. The table fell quiet as Katsuki shot up from his seat and raced out the room, leaving Isuko to stare at his mother in utter shock and confusion. What did I do? Oh, that poor boy. I could tell from the moment I asked him to join us. He's carrying a lot inside. What do you mean? He's got those walls up. I thought making him feel welcome would put him at ease, but I should have known it wouldn't happen that quickly. He's a tough cookie, Isuko. Mom, you're like talking in riddles. I don't understand. He's clearly not used to receiving so much open affection. I'm guessing something happened in the past, to someone he opened up to and cared about. He just got overwhelmed, that's all. I doubt it had anything to do with what you said. Don't worry, sweetheart. I should probably follow him, right? Well, we are all finished in here anyhow. It was lovely to see you. I'm glad to have met Katsuki too. I'm sure he'll come around to you eventually. Just keep being yourself. Everyone keeps telling me that, but in this case, I just don't think he likes me. Oh sweetheart, you only met him yesterday. I know you try your best to get along with everyone you meet, but I'm sure he didn't take this job expecting to become your friend or have dinner with your mother on his second day. I guess it's gonna be really awkward now. Only if you let it, and I know you won't. Sigh. Alright, well, it was really lovely to see you, Mom. You too, sweetie. If you can, tell Katsuki I'm sorry if I overwhelmed him, and Isuko. Try to let the boy do his job properly, Listen when he's trying to keep you safe, okay? Fine, I'll try. He slipped his shoes and jacket back on before stopping to give his mother a hug. She gave him an encouraging smile and he took a deep breath before leaving the house. Bakugo-kun? Why are you? Are you smoking? Yeah, put that out. What? You shouldn't do that. Why are you ruining your life so young? Aren't you younger than me? But barely? That has nothing to do with anything. I'm not the one breathing poison. Alright, I'm putting it out. Geez. Sigh, I'm sorry for berating you the moment I got outside. I just hate cigarettes. Cha, you think I like them? It's not exactly easy to quit. Right, sorry. Why'd you follow me out here anyway? I'm not going back in. No? We were finished anyway, so let's just go. You didn't have to leave early because of me. I'm not. It was time to go, that's all. Katsuki hummed and pulled the keys out his pocket, unlocking the car and holding the door open for Isuko to get inside. He obliged with a nervous gulp as the man went round to get in the driver's side. Can we talk? Haven't we done enough of that? He exhaled sharply. It sounded almost like a laugh, but Isuko could tell he was far from having fun. I'm sorry, I know my mom is a lot. She just cares a lot about people. I guess that's where you get it from. I guess, well, she told me to tell you she's sorry for overwhelming you. Isuko. What? I'm only here because it's my job. I'm being paid to protect you from any potential threats. I'm sorry if you had some other impression, but this is a professional relationship. I'm not going to be your friend. I know, but, what's the matter with you? Nothing? You just called me by my first name. It caught me off guard. Don't your fans call you by your first name? But that's different. I don't know them and they just scream it at me. Sorry, Midoriya. No, you can call me Izuku, it's fine. Fuck. What? I was literally saying I won't be your friend and then I've gone and got myself on first name basis. Pfft, don't laugh, this is serious? You're really not as scary as I first thought. You thought I was scary? Well, you're really big, you know. Not really, compared to some. Compared to me? I just find strong people intimidating, I guess. I should work out more. You could just hire a personal trainer. You could be my workout buddy? Izuku. Oh, right. Not friends. Ahem. Sigh, this is gonna be harder than I expected. Well, I don't really know or understand your reasons for being so closed off, but I promise I'll try my best not to pressure you or anything. I'll also try not to be annoying. I don't know how well I can do that one. Just be yourself. What? Really? I mean, I just don't want you to expect anything by trying to butter me up or whatever. Alright, then I'll just keep being myself, and I'll totally get you to quit smoking. Cha, I have a feeling with my stress levels around you I'll only get worse. Izuku gasped and frowned incredulously at the man beside him, instantly folding his arms with a pout. That's totally untrue, I'm not that bad. If you learn to actually give a shit about your own safety and make my job a little easier, then that'll make it easier to quit. I see what you're doing, that's blackmail? It's a win-win? Well, I can't just start ignoring my fans? Well, I can't just quit my years-long addiction? Humph, your problem is actually dangerous. The fact you think yours isn't is a serious problem. My fans aren't dangerous. Fans of anything can be dangerous. Besides, anyone could pretend to be a fan just to get close to you. Then who knows what they'd do? Oh, I guess, has something like that happened before? Obviously. No, I mean like, to someone you knew? The car jolted as Katsuki accidentally stalled, completely taken aback by the question. What? Oh god, that's like way too personal, I'm so sorry. Just forget I ever asked. God, I'm such an idiot. Yeah, something like that has happened, I guess. Oh, I don't want to talk about it, but if it'll make you take me more seriously, then I'm glad you asked. I find it difficult to think that way. I mean, it's thanks to my fans that I'm even able to do everything I can now. It's thanks to their support that I could move out and live my dream. Isn't it thanks to your hard work and talent that you even have fans in the first place? Don't think of them so highly. I'd rather see the positive in everyone until proven otherwise. Then I guess I'll be buying a lot more cigarettes. Ugh, this is impossible. Good thing you're home then. They got through the front gate and Katsuki parked up outside the house, sighing as Izuku once again instantly stepped out the car at the same time as he did. You've really gotta learn to wait for me. Oh, even at my own house? Every time you're in a car. Yeesh. I'll say it again, this is what you signed up for. I liked it better when you at least called me Sunshine earlier. Go inside and get some sleep, Sunshine. He rolled his eyes, but Izuku couldn't deny the way his stomach fluttered at the cutesy nickname. They had their issues, sure, but he still had hope that he and Katsuki would be able to get along. Thanks for being so nice to my mom today, by the way. I never said that. She's lovely, why wouldn't I be? Well, I dunno, I think I'm pretty lovely and look how that's going. You're ridiculous. Maybe a little, I'm sure I'll grow on you eventually. Don't count on it, Izuku. Katsuki stepped back from the front door and toward his motorbike he'd left out front earlier, and Izuku couldn't think of anything else to say, so he simply watched him put on his helmet before he looked back up with a frown. Go inside, I can't leave till you're in. Oh, I can't watch you on your motorbike? Not tonight. Sigh. Alright, good night, Bakugo-kun. You know, that feels weird. What? Well, if I'm calling you Izuku, isn't it only fair you call me Katsuki? Oh, I guess, then good night, Katsuki. See you tomorrow. Izuku nodded and stood there a little longer, before he saw Katsuki raise an eyebrow in the helmet visor and instantly remembered what he'd said. Right, inside, bye, he squeaked before turning and slamming the door behind him, subconsciously holding his breath until he heard the rumbling engine of Katsuki's bike zooming away. Geez, why does he make me fumble like that? I'm 25 years old, I cannot be getting flustered by calling a man his first name. Sure, he's buff and has a pretty face, but he's still kinda mean and rude, except during dinner. Get it together, Izuku. End of part 1. I dunno how I feel. I personally really like this video and the concept and all that, but I'm scared you guys are gonna think this was boring because not much BAKUGO actually happened yet. It's hard when it's a full AU so they literally haven't met yet. I can't just rush and make them catch feelings instantly, but I swear it will happen soon. Part 1 needed to have the build up, so I hope you understand and see the vision and still enjoyed it. I'll try to get part 2 done quickly. Thank you for watching. Love you.